how this is going to help you, that niyyah? It's going to help you, number one, you'll have the spiritual aspect of it. Means you connected to Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do it as a Muslim. That's number one. Number two, you will always be concerned if you are doing something right or wrong. And that's the most important aspect of it. So, somebody's sick. I want to go visit them. But I'm visiting anyways. So if I go visit them for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah Azza wa Jalla, as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam promised, that angels will keep making istighfar for you until you come back. So if you don't have that intention, this is not going to happen. So you are visiting anyways. You might as well have that good one too. But you will say, if I want that reward, then I want to ask myself, how did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam visit somebody sick? You see, it brings that too. So you good intention, you get rewarded for an action that you already decided to do anyways. But then you ask yourself, how did he do? Then you will know the sunnah when you are going. When you get there, what dua you should make for the sick person. And then you ask them to make dua for you. You are not going to be staying long over there. And you are going to give them hope in life. And give them hope that they will have shifa and cure. And then you come back. Something you already decided. We want to play sports, for example. Is it haram in Islam? No, it's not. Actually, it is something encouraged in the deen. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam encouraged the Sahaba to play sports. How would you know that if you don't have the good intention in the sports? So I have good intention that I'm doing it for the sake of Allah. I choose the Masjid to have this tournament or this sport activity or social activity, brothers, sisters gathering. So do it for the sake of Allah. Then you ask yourself, how can I do this for the sake of Allah according to the way of Allah? Then you see what it is. So playing sports, so as a community, as Muslims, we know each other. That means we're not going to use profanity. We're not going to call each other names. We're not going to shout without a reason. Right? So actually now you are doing sports with a different frame. And at the end you played sports, you benefited physically. You pleased Allah. Allah rewarded you for the time you spent doing it. And then, subhanallah, you find that you are connected with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Same thing goes for our topic tonight. Most of the time, whenever I'm asked to speak, I feel as if the youth are accused of something. As they're accused of something. Like the default that they are wrong and we need to fix it. And I want to stop that, really. I'm just sharing this with you, youth and lust, youth and pitfalls, right? Youth and challenges, youth and peer pressure, youth and problems. Youth means problems, youth, all the time. As if we adults who don't have problems of our own, actually have more. Me sitting like in the imam position, more problems come from adults than youth. They have more issues. I'm not saying that to justify something here or to relieve you or get you off the hook somehow. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the way I want to talk to you now, I want to talk to you as a whole system, as a model for us all. Youth or no youth, as a model. That's why I started with doing the things that we normally do, but in the right way. Okay? So we can actually pick on the problems and we start saying you shouldn't be doing this is the way you should be. No. But if we can create that model, many of the problems will be eliminated automatically. Example. If I tell you my brothers here, I can tell that ages here are between like 13, 14 and maybe 25 or something. Yes? Anybody older than 25? I am older than 25. And you are, of course. Yeah. No, the youth, the youth. So, subhanallah. If I tell you as an example, we are in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. Look at yourself. You came tonight, very odd time. You will never do this during the year and sit in. Who's going to give a lecture at 1 o'clock? Who? How many times in the year this is going to happen? Except if it is a qiyam or something. But look at that and reflect on it. And you are doing it comfortably. Nobody pushed you to sit. Nobody dragged you here and you're sitting against your will. But reflect on that. This is Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said the shayateen are chained. And that's a proof right here. This is a proof. You know, shayateen, we are sitting comfortably talking as if it is Zuhr time or Asr time or something. So reflect on that. What if we make a commitment, that bi'idhnillah ta'ala, inshaAllah, after Ramadan, I will be coming to at least one salah a day in the masjid. Not necessarily this masjid, but the closest masjid to your place. So we make a commitment. You know, if Ramadan, the month of Ramadan, we come out of it with one resolution, one action that we never did before, and we do it, how many Ramadans you can change, subhanAllah. And I sit with adults, I'm telling you adults and youth, right? Sit with adults, 40 years, 50 years, 60, 70 years old. I said, how many Ramadans behind you? 40 Ramadans? If you did every Ramadan one good deed and continued in it for the whole year that you never did before, that would have been 40 actions that you can stand in front of Allah with, and they said, Ya Allah changed my life over these 40 years. Now you have the chance to do that. The adult he doesn't have the chance to do that anymore. He will not have a chance another 40 times. I don't have that chance. I'm in my 40s. I don't guarantee that I will live another 40. So my countdown starts. So whatever I did now. So now I have a certain chance, Allahu A'lam. But when you are young, in your 20s, means you have a lot ahead of you, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. So if you make that commitment, that one thing, inshaAllah, in Ramadan, I pray Taraweeh every night. And I listen to the Quran. So I make my resolution after Ramadan that every day of my life I'm going to read one ayah, and it's tafsir. One ayah only. And if that ayah is repeated, no problem. You know, Ar-Rahman wa'allama al-Quran. I'm going to learn about that today. What does that mean? Ar-Rahman, who's Ar-Rahman? And find out where Ar-Rahman mentioned in the Quran, and the Quran, allama al-Quran, the tafsir and all that. And alhamdulillah, that's your duty for today. Tomorrow, خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ عَلَّمَهُ الْبَيَانَ. He created them. And then you go like that. Imagine this. So in 3-4 years, you finish the whole Quran tafsir. I'm not saying you become a scholar in depth. But if you listen to any lecture of tafsir, you can catch up. You will know what they're talking about. You are not someone who's ignorant, who doesn't know. You are someone who knows. But now, you know more. There's two different things. Someone who doesn't know, and somebody giving them new information, and somebody who knows, but they are upgrading. That's another example. So, one jama'ah day, a day. Choose Fajr, choose Isha, choose Maghrib, Zuhr, Asr, doesn't matter. But you say, today, I have a jama'ah to do. If I did not go for Fajr, I have 4 other prayers. If Maghrib comes and you did not go to any jama'ah, I said, Isha is going to happen regardless. I'm going to go for Isha. And believe me, my brothers and sisters, as I always tell my kids and everybody, I tell them, when you want to do something, you will find 100 reasons to do it. But if you don't want to do something, you'll find 100 excuses not to do it. That's guaranteed. So always the question is, do you want to do it or not? It's not like, I'm trying, but I can't. The word I can't means I don't want. Translation, right? So normally, whenever somebody asks, well, it's hard. This, why you did not memorize the surah? I tried, but I couldn't. I said, no. You tried, but you did not want it badly enough. If you want it enough, you're going to find ways to do it. Right? You don't give up. Many times, I find somebody sending a YouTube or something like that. A few days ago, somebody sending me like a 15-minute YouTube. Somebody is doing like insane things with a bike. Did you see that one or no? Anybody here seen that one? And I watched the whole thing. I could not stop in the middle. Because every time I said, that's it, I said, huh? What? He's really doing that? But then you think beyond it. Was he born like this, yeah? Like you give him a bike and then he started doing these things. Did it happen? Do you think it happened like that? So what makes him does all of this? I'm sure he put more training than anyone else in the world. Right? He might have a skill. He might have a gift from Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. He might know how to balance himself better. But all of this did not help him, but he put hundreds of hours, I'm sure, for this one. He put hundreds of hours in this one. And that's why. In martial arts, for example, in one famous person in karate, he was saying that you need 1,000 hours of training and 10,000 hours of practice. 1,000 hours of training and 10,000 hours of what? Practice. So you know that you need to pray 5 times a day. That's one thing. But you keep doing it. That's another thing. Right? It goes beyond the duty. You are going for perfection. I want to reach the level of enjoying Salat al-Dhuhr. That is the 10,000 hours of practice. Until you get to that. That's why, see, I'm telling you martial arts, that's a non-Muslim, right? He said 1,000, 10,000, right? Now, let's hear it from the Islamic perspective. One of the tabi'een, he said, I suffered from Qiyamul Layl for 1 year, but I enjoyed it for 40 years. So, it took him what? 1 whole year making tahajjud every single night, and it bothered him a lot. In the morning he's cranky, he wanted to go to work, he's sleepy, he's yawning, he's bad mood and all of this kind of thing. But he continued, kept pushing until he reached the level that night is a time of enjoyment of some time. So the whole day is waiting for the night to come. So the different mentality now, right? So someone with that mentality, 2 hours of sleep will do for them what 8 hours does for you and me. Because you reach that level of mastery. And everybody does that. That guy on the bike, I'm sure he did that. And he fell 100 times. Hundreds of times. And he injured himself. And he scratched himself. And he felt humiliated. And he fell down. And people laughed at him. And he did this and he did that. Until he came one day. And he does those amazing things. And everybody like me and you said, what? Wow. This and that. And there will be millions of people trying to imitate him. See? So instead of talking about our shortcomings and pitfalls and all of that, the second part actually of the lecture, how to rise above that. That is where we start. Always having our standards high. I'm not going to say we are not going to make mistakes. No, Allah created us to make mistakes. But this is not a justification for us. Sometimes I talk to teenagers and I say, why are you doing this? He says, come on, he's just being a teenager. Teenager, I'm teenager. I'm a youth, what you expect? And when we talk to adults, they do something, say, kids. Like some adults, talk about sister, said, women. And they talk to sister, said, men. And you talk to them, and said, youth. And you say, kids. That in itself is a problem in the community. See? Because everybody is justifying the wrong by age, or by gender, or by race. Like the Pakistanis do. Right? And you Arab, translate for him. And the Pakistani said, Arab. And the Arab said, Pakistani. خلاص يعني. They don't want to solve the problem. That's why they're justifying it by one word. And the same thing. Youth means mushkila. Sisters means we have another mushkila. And everybody said adults, those are backward people, mushkila also. And the uncles and the elders said, what's crazy, insane kids doing, and everybody's talking about everybody and nobody's trying to solve any problem for everybody. But that's not the way we do things, subhanallah. I'll share with you InshaAllah, because I don't want to make it long, and I will leave it for you to ask, InshaAllah. In Quran and in Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, give us 2 examples for youth. Quran has 2 examples for youth, and in the Sunnah there are 2 examples for youth, right? And I'll mention them. I'm sure you know them, but I'll reflect on them quickly, InshaAllah. In the Quran, Surah Yusuf alayhi salam, Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam was young when he was seduced by the one who raised him, and she tried to do wrong with him, haram, and he refused for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. That was a test and trial, and he passed, right? Some of you said, oh, he's a prophet of Allah, it was easy for him. You can say that. You can say that. But Allah sent prophets of Allah for us to be role models also, to be role model for us. So you can follow as well. Then Allah showed us the example of the people of the cave, young youth, who also were strong and firm on their deen. When the community was against them, they started their thing. And they said, we're going to go for the sake of Allah. And Allah made them an ayah for everybody. So that's 2 examples from the Quran. From the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this young man comes and he wants Rasulullah to give him permission to have a girlfriend or to do adultery or something like that. And the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam talked to him nicely and talked to him out of it, and he made dua for him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that shows us also a model here, that even in the community of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was someone trying to do that. But that's not the point, to focus on it. The point is how we get him out of that. You see? So that's the lesson for us. Is when you see somebody doing something wrong, or I am doing something wrong, there is 2 ways. We can focus on this, crucify people, focus on it, but what's your solution? What's your course of action to stop it? It's happening anyways. So how we stop it is the question. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed us, he talked him out of it, and the Sahaba were like kind of angry, but I'll handle it. He talked to him, have a conversation. This conversation might work, might not work at our time, different things. But the whole point is not to have the exact conversation. The whole point is to have a conversation with someone who wants to do something wrong, or they are actually doing something wrong. And that's how you rise above it. You help each other. And then he made dua for him that Allah Azza wa Jalla protect him. So have a conversation, give the advice, talk them out of it, give them the good environment, and make dua for them to be better. It's not only criticize. We're stuck on that level of just diagnosing. Everybody's doctor, good doctor, mashallah. Sick, have this, or us. Where is the medicine? You can find someone else for that. I am the doctor only. Everybody just good to say what is wrong. But how can we make it right? Mafish. Mushkila here. Right? So rising above is what we focus on. And when you rise above by being a model, that's why I started from the beginning. Change your life. I have certain defects. That's very hard for me to get over, right? I can focus on this and say, I'm falling, I'm failing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Or I can add something good in my life. And that something good is not a distraction, but it helps you to add another good. So there's one less bad, and the more good you keep adding, the less bad. In Ramadan, for example, I did not watch TV from the beginning of Ramadan. So I tell myself, you know what, you can do it. Why you have to sit in front of the TV? Oh, no TV. And I did not die. I did not lose one finger. Or, my hair start falling or something like that. Or, I start losing my eyesight, or, I'm not happy or something. No, everything is fine. Actually, I'm having more time to do other things. More time to socialize with my family and sit and talk with them and go out, do something. In Ramadan, instead of TV, I sleep more during the day. I should stop that. Let's see what's going to happen. Nothing happens. So, yeah. So we can add good things. It will eliminate bad things. The other example that I want to emphasize on a little bit is that stopping the wrong, there will be a time in your life it will help you. And if we as young people doing something wrong now, if you stop it for the sake of Allah, when you become mature and adult, it will help you at that time. Rasul ﷺ told us that. It was 3 people who were traveling and they stopped in a place, resting in a cave, and then a big rock came on the door. You know that hadith, right? And then they said, you know what? Each one of us, let's remember a good deed that we did, and we ask Allah, if He accepts that good deed for Him, He relieve us from what we have. And if Rasulullah Muhammad ﷺ telling us it happened, it means it happened. It has a miracle in it, it has supernatural things, but it happened. So, the first one, he says, Ya Rab, one day I had my parents, I used to give them milk every night. I have sheep and I milk them, I bring the milk every night, and I give my parents first, then I give my wife and kids after. Right? And then one night, my sheep went further, the pasture, more than what they used to do every night. So it took me more time to bring them back. Hence, I came home what? Late. So I find my parents asleep. So I stood there. I did not want to disturb them and wake them up to drink, but I stood there until they woke up and I gave them to drink. And my kids were struggling. They wanted to drink. I did not give them until my parents got the drink. And then, I give my children after that. My children slept, so when they wake up, I give them. So, Ya Allah, if I did that for your sake, being good to my parents, relieve us from what we have. So part of the rock, fell down, but not enough for them to come out. Now, some of you might ask, what kind of man is this? His children crying, and he leave, wait there until his parents wake up. So, it's a question, right? And I tell you that I struggled with this one most of my life when I was in your age. Same thing. And I didn't find the answer. Yeah? Because I was looking from one angle only. The angle of the child. Right? I would not like my father to do this. How come he prefer his parents? Oh, are they asleep, man? They sleep. Right? I am the one who's hungry now. Give me to drink. And then parents later. Yes? But when you grow up and you become a father and a son at the same time, then you think about things different. Yes? You think about things different. So when you are a father and a son, and not a father with a baby, like when your child becomes like a teenager, and then your parents are pretty old, and you are like in the middle, like in your 40s, 45, and your parents 60, 70, and your children 15, 20. Believe me, the thinking is completely different. You will never get it until you are in the age what I'm telling you. I can give you lectures as much as you want. You'll never get it. But let me give you a hint, anyways. All right? So it was not about who drinks first and who drinks second. That's why he's asking Allah if He accepts. It was the point of he is doing a good deed that he's afraid to change. He wants to meet Allah with that good deed that he always give his parents first. So he does not want to break that record. That one night, I did not prefer my parents. So his heart was tearing apart for his children, for sure. But he was like, if I give that means that deed is gone, khalas. No, I want to have a deed which is called that I always preferred my parents who come first before my family. I don't want to change that. And they are not going to die, but I keep my deed. And that's why Allah Azza wa Jalla showed him that his deed was accepted. Do you see the idea here, where he was thinking? So it's different perspective. That's why I said, you will not get it when you're young. When you're old, you kind of make those kind of decisions. What should I do now? Like my father would be, and my wife would be, my children. So which one comes here? Right? You kind of weigh things. And if there is a habit, you don't want to break it. Even in sports. If you perform a certain, move, And when your chance comes and you did not do it, how you feel? How you feel about it? You feel no good. And you keep saying, man, if I did it that time, if I did it that time, if I did it that time, you keep blaming yourself for the rest of your life. Why? Because every time you do it like that, and it's a signature, right? And when a time comes and you did not do it, it's come, man, right? You start accusing yourself. And that stays there in your record. So nobody can say, every time this happens, he does it like that. You cannot say that, can you? Because one time, it did not happen. It's not your signature anymore. See? So that was the whole point of this hadith. Then the next one, he comes and says that one time I hired someone to work for me. And then I offered him but he belittled it. And they agreed, you do this job for me. He was in dire need, so he said, okay, $5. All right, desperate, yeah. So after he did the job, he actually put more effort, right? So when I'm giving him $5, he said, no, I don't want. This is too much, too little, man, I don't want. And he went angry, right? So he said, the man felt regret as well that he did not increase, right? He just gave him what they agreed on. This is a contract. We agreed on this. I don't care how you did it. So he said, when he left, I kind of felt a little bit bad. So I invested it for him. And amazingly, it started multiplying more than anything else in the world. So he said that instead of 5, I'll give him 15. 15 is worth 1 sheep. And that sheep became pregnant. And instead of 1, you give 2. And each one of them grow like crazy and give more. He said, and after some time, the man comes, maybe that 1 year, maybe 2 years, Allahu Alam, more or less. But he said he came one time, and he said, servant of Allah, Abdullah, give me whatever we agreed on. So he's thinking about the $5 or whatever. Yeah, Abdullah, give me what I have. I'm very badly in need for this. In another hadith, it's saying, his sheep that I invested, it started growing like worms. Like worms. The man said, this is ajib, amazing. Yani. So he took his hand and he told him, you want your haqq? You want your payment? He said, this sheep between these 2 mountains in the valley over there. You're right, go take it. So he said, Ya Abdullah, la tahza' me. Don't mock me, please. Just give me my $5. I'm okay with that. Why you have to do this? He said, no, Allah, I'm not joking. This is yours. Take it with all the servants and all the shepherds. Is yours. Move it. In some narration, he said, the man rushed before he think that I changed my opinion or something. He rushed to take everything and he was like not believing it and moving away. Did not leave one of them. Ya Allah, if I did this for your sake, relieve us from what we are in. So the rock moved, but still they cannot come out. Then comes the one. Then comes the one. The youth, the young. He said, Ya Allah, I had a very beautiful cousin, female cousin. And she was in dire need of money. And I loved her so much. And I was not doing that good, yani. I was not that good of a person. So I wanted to have my way with her for what she needs. And she keeps resisting, right? But one time, she really was in need for money. And I told her this for that. And under pressure, she agreed. You see, everything now is like kind of going in the way that he wanted. I need. Then, he said, when we came to the point that that's it. This is my time. That's what I'm looking for. And me and her only. And everything. Then she asked him. She said, by Allah Azza wa Jal, if you want to do this, we want to do halal. We get married. Yeah. Not like that. So he said that word came to me as a shock. And I stopped. I said, Astaghfirullah, what am I doing? So actually what prevented him here is his fear of Allah. And that is the message I wanted to share with everybody. Everyone have some goodness in their heart. Doesn't matter how bad. See how bad he was? You see how bad he was? Until where? Until to the bedroom, until to the part that the deed will be done, astaghfirullah. But what stopped him? the goodness which was in his heart. So some good word came from the girl, it awakened him and saved him, subhanAllah. And it's not saved him at that time. It saved him at the time when they're in the cave. That's why I told you, your good deed now, abandoning a bad deed now, it might not help you now. You feel that, you lost your, the responding to your desire. But subhanAllah, maybe when you are in 60 or 80 years old, you can see the result of it. The result of it. What if I committed zina wal-'iyazu billah? Then it stays in my record forever. I cannot forgive myself. Even Allah Azza wa Jal forgive me, I am not that pure or chaste person. I have that in there, on the record. But look at me, subhanAllah, Allah saved me from that one and it never happened. What if I get a child? I get a child in the haram? What if I choose marriage? MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. See, it helps you later, not now. So he said, alhamdulillah, no. Take the money and go. I'm not going to do this for the sake of Allah. Ya Allah, if you know that I did this for your sake and for your sake only, relieve us from what we are in. So the whole rock moved. And this is the part I want to focus in on that hadith, that the action of the youth were dearer to Allah and weighed more than the action of the adults. You know why? Because adults, they are mature. They are stable, they have lesser of the physical energy. So it's easier for them to do the ibadah things. But the youth, distracted, young, handsome, I want to run, have the car, phone, all these kind of things. I can do lots of things. And when they don't do, that's, Allah looks at this, values it even more. I'll give you the proof in a minute. Allah Azza wa Jal values this more than someone who's gray hair and all that and come to the masjid. I get reward. But if you do the same like I do in the masjid, you get more. Guaranteed. And that gives you leg up. See? Don't let somebody look at you as like a lower. No, actually, if you do the same action adults do, you get more rewarded for it. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, يَعْجَبُ رَبُّكَ مِنْ شَابٍ لَيْسَ لَهُ صَبْوَةٌ. Allah is amazed with a young man who does not respond or act upon their own desires. It's ajib, it's amazing. Because, as I told you, when somebody older, married, everything, they kind of weigh things before they do it. Right? They have many factors that prevent them from doing an irrational thing or just, rash and do things. But the youth, they want to act on it. Fast. If you don't do that, means you are not a youth. What's wrong with you, man? Come on, do it. Just like that, right? Come on, do it. Like this. Peer pressure. Sahih. I was like that one day. I'm not born like a big sheikh with a beard. Youth also. And one day I didn't have beard, Same thing. And everyone said, man, you're a chicken. Do it, man. Go talk to her. Come on. Like that. It happens. Everybody went through this. Sahih. But then, did you act upon it? Now when I'm sitting here, the times I acted upon those things, I say, astaghfirullah, I regret. And the time I did not act upon it, I feel proud of myself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It helps me now. And you will not get this until that time comes. And you're talking to somebody like I'm talking to you now. So the whole point is rising above. But we will all make mistakes. We will all have issues. But the main thing is, make sure those issues do not drag you beyond what you should be in. Don't do that. And at the same time, always ask Allah Azza wa Jal to protect you from that. So to summarize, youth have desires, have shortcomings, like adults do. You have pitfalls and mistakes, like adults do. The thing is, you have more energy, not like the adults do. So you have more energy, and that's what makes you under the magnifier or glasses, right? Because you have more energy, you are seen more, you are more, seen, or more, how they say it, like more presentable, more seen in the community. That's why always you are picked on because of that. And because also you are the source of the community, subhanAllah. And who's sitting in front of me here, 10, 15 years would be the ones who are leading in the community, who have families. We have 10, 15 youth, boys and girls sitting, 10, 15 years times 5, each one. Because they're going to have family, right? So that's another person. If they're 15, each one of them would have a partner, another spouse. That's 30. And if each one of them have 3 kids in the next 15, 20 years, that's times 4, the time. So when I'm dealing with you now, I'm dealing based on that vision. And I want you to think the same. Don't be selfish. And think about yourself only. Your actions affect people around you too. It doesn't affect you only. And it does not affect you only now, it affects you in the future. That's the highlight of today. Before you do any action, if it is a good action, think about it. It has to be for the sake of Allah, according to the way of Allah. Is that clear? Before you do any good action, it has to be for the sake of Allah, according to the way of Allah. And I give you a couple of examples. You're coming to the masjid to play a game. You go to the masjid also to do i'tikaf, to pray, to do all these things, and play the game. Playing the game for the sake of Allah, to be a strong believer, subhanallah. So you end up doing the same, but for the sake of Allah, according to the way of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And always, before you do any wrong action, remember, it's not only about you. It will affect your life later. You will think about it and go back and say, I wish I go back again and do it. So work for that day, and it will affect the around you, who's around you. It's like you are building your resume with Allah Azza wa Jal. Build your resume for your work. When you are in high school, you take certain courses, you volunteer here and there. So when you apply for college, they look at you different. And when you apply for a job, you have certain experience. I was in Boy Scouts, I was this, I was volunteering, I was doing that. So you have more than others. You are building your resume with Allah the same exact way, subhanAllah. So what do you like your resume to look like? Someone was acting upon their lust all the time, or they were controlling themselves? Now my final nasiha for you to rise above and always help yourself is always have good company. It works with good company. In Islam, there is personal investment and there is social investment. Personal investment means I care about myself. Means I have to have my me time with Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is, tahajjud, reading Quran, doing dhikr alone by myself. That's for me. I don't want anybody to look at it. I don't want anybody to participate in it. I don't want anybody to take this away from me or see me doing it. So that's that time. You need that as well, right? You need to have that ibadah time, relationship with Allah alone. You enjoy it alone. This is you define it. Okay? That has to be something there, even one action, just you. The world is one side and I am on another side. Doesn't matter how old are you, boy or girl, doesn't matter. Married or not married, there are certain things that you got to do alone. No other human being, no other soul knows about it. This is my special relationship with my Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what you go to at the time of hardship, always. There is some certain dua you will make your own self. There is certain dhikr you do in a certain time that whenever you are distressed, the whole world is against you, that's what you're going to go and sit and do it and enjoy, right? So that's you. That's where you find yourself. And then there are many other things that we do together. And that's actually more than that one. So you need your brothers and sisters. You need the masjid. You need the jama'ah. You need the sheikh. You need the friend. You need the colleague. You need the classmate. You need the neighbor. You need all of those people to make you a better person. So choose carefully who's around you. If you find someone having negative things on you, even if it is helping you with your desires, that's not the person you need to stick around with. صديقك من صدقك ليس من صدقك. Your friend is the one who tells you the truth. Is not the one who believes you all the time. If you find someone said, yeah, you're right. You're the man. You're good. Yeah, sister, you're the one. I don't know what we would do without you. These are the ones who are buttering you up. They are the ones who are pushing you nowhere. That's not good. You need someone who tells you, man, no. Sorry, man. No. Oh, no. No, not this. When you find someone like that, that's a good friend. So this is the one that actually who can stop you. You will thank them later. And they will need you also the one time to also pull them. So your sadiq, your real help, is the one who sometimes stand against you for your own good. So don't hate those guys. Actually, these are good. They are not always criticizing, but they are not always agreeing. You know, someone always criticizing, you stay away from, because this is very negative effect, right? Yeah, same thing. Every time you say, "Man, what's wrong with you, man? You know, this, wrong. Oh, your dress is this. Oh, look at your hair. Look at your shoes. Look at your socks. You don't do this. Don't talk to this." They're controlling, right? No good. And if someone says all the time, no good either. So be careful, yeah. You choose the friend who always reminds you with Allah Azza wa Jal, who always stands. And that friend also have shortcomings, same thing. Nobody's perfect, right? So inshaAllah Rabbil Alameen, those are the things we need to do. In Ramadan, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this Ramadan as a new launching point for us to do good, inshaAllah. Right? Also, we pick one activity, think about it in the next 10 days, inshaAllah. One activity that you promise Rabbil Alameen between you and Allah. You don't have to tell me, you don't have to tell anybody. That you are going to continue it as a habit, inshallah, after Ramadan. Can we do that, inshallah? All of us would think about this with you. You don't have to share with anybody. Make a resolution. You have 10 days 10 nights to do it. By Eid day, inshallah, you're already fixed, right? On it. I'm going to do this. One Jama'ah day, one ayah of the Quran. I'm going to have attend the halqa. I'm going to take that course. Something of some type. I'm going to say astaghfirullah every day 400 times. It doesn't have to be a big, complex thing. Simple, right? But make a commitment. It's going to continue until next Ramadan. So when next Ramadan comes, you have one extra deed that you didn't do last year. All right? And then also make a commitment that whatever bad I do, I will think, inshallah, before. It will affect my life in the future, and it will affect people around me. I'm trying to build my resume with Allah, and I don't want to have any dark spots in it. So that's it, inshallah, for tonight. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us all among those who listen and follow the best of what they listen to. وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Anybody have questions?